and one and only. Beautiful. Pretty. Excellent. Convener herself. Let us start and welcome our convener, the founder of the Girlies Conference. Oh my God. Did you stop there? The sex man. The sex woman. Power. Influence is a battle of souls. It's not just about likes and shares. It's a battle for souls. It's a battle. There's something you're trying to communicate to people. Wow. Just be nice. Please walk up to somebody, tell them, hope you are learning, hope that you insightful. Make sure you realize what is happening to be here today. Not just because I'm a convener, but because I believe that meetings like this is what we need. This is not a church meeting per se, but I'm very happy that we have a lot of people here who are believers, because I think an average unbeliever understands some of these things that we believers, and it's not to say that they are better than us, but because I don't know if it is the contentment we have in Christ that makes us not want to pursue for more. You know, they have to constantly do something to fill the void. So the chase is continuous. But for us, there's this peace. Even if it's writing, I don't know you wrote rubbish in exam, but you come out as like, God will take my daddy. My daddy is God. He's gonna sort me out. And that's not a good attitude though. So they're shouting yes, ma'am. And so I don't know if that's the problem that makes us now get to the point where we don't want to pursue like how they are pursuing. So I'm actually happy that we have a lot of people who are here and are believers, because I feel like an average believer needs to be jolted to get up and get to work. You need to be jolted to get up and get to work. So I'll just start by saying, I'm speaking on influence. Influence. Tell somebody your life is about to be changed forever. Your life is about to be changed forever. Tell the next person beside you, your life is about to be changed forever. Your life is about to be changed forever. So I want to start by saying that you are more than just a pretty girl with curves, fine face, beautiful wig. You are more than just a student. You are more than just that girl that just like my own. There is more to you. There is more to you. The difference, you are not less. The difference between you and the people that you admire is just knowledge. Put your hand and say, nobody is better than me. Nobody is better than me. And I'm not saying that to coerce, to make you feel like they're encouraging you. No, I'm serious. Nobody is better than you. Say it again, nobody is better than me. Nobody is better than me. And I'm sure there's somebody in your mind like, hey, I think that nobody is better than me. And nobody is actually better than you, because if you know what they know and you do what they do, you get the results. Nobody is better than you. I'm not better than you. What makes me not Ukwe is the body of knowledge that I carry, and then what I am doing to apply. If you remove that knowledge, I'm just another average girl on the street trying to figure out life. And I think that this is even one thing that I just want to talk about. She wants to build her esteem and all that here when the mic was passing around. This is even one key. This is a good place to start with your esteem. That nobody is better than you. That if you are exposed to the body of knowledge I am exposed to. If you're exposed to the body of knowledge, who do you respect? You just exposed to. If you're exposed to the same body of knowledge, mention somebody's name that you really know. If you're exposed to the knowledge that the people are worship are exposed to, and you do what she's doing, you will get her results. So nobody is better than you. As a way of introduction, I'd like to start by saying that. Can you guys, like I said, I was happy when I saw, I didn't plan to say this before. I thought myself I had a lot of believers, so I'm just going to address that quickly. Can you rise without any spirituality to great heights? Absolutely. Let me rephrase my question. Can you rise without God? Yes, you can. I know some religious people are like, But it's not, it's true, it's a fact of life. Can you rise without God? Yes.
Why? Because, listen, people don't just rise to great heights by, I know I've told you now that knowledge is important. But when you get to certain levels, when you cross certain levels, it's either you are holding God or you're holding something else. It's true. It's a fact of life. So can you rise without God to certain height? Of course you can. But can you rise without any form of spirituality? No, it's not possible. So you can make a decision that, okay, I want to rise with God, or I want to go the other way. So I want that to get into your mind, because I know that we've been fed, there is this theological philosophies that people peddle these days. Oh, you don't need God. Of course you don't need God, but make sure you have something else backing you, because people don't just rise. That's the truth. People don't just rise. You can say, oh, but I can study, I can do that, I can. That's okay. But you can study, but there is a limit to what study can do. There's a limit to what your knowledge can get you. And being honest, do I believe in knowledge? Absolutely. Absolutely. I sleep on YouTube. I learn a lot on YouTube. But do I understand that to get to certain heights, you need a form of spiritual? I'm not saying you should go to God. No. I'm saying you have to have one, you have to have something you are holding on to. I just want you to not expect me to start with this, but I just have to start from here, because if I just come here and tell you, oh, it's all knowledge, just read a book, just do that, certain things are powered by others. I will still get to what you need to hear, but I want to start with this. Are we together? Yes. So, can you rise without God? Yes, you can. But can you rise without any form of spirituality? No, you can't. You can't. Now, when flowing from there, you will now see people. Have you heard stories of people that maybe I read a story of one woman, Marilyn or something like that. And her story was told of when. Okay, the story was told of how she started out, because she was born in a very not so great family. Her mom was, I think, was a drug addict or something like that. Her dad too was in jail for as long as she could remember. So because of that, she spent a huge part of her childhood in orphanages. And we don't realize that. You may think that, oh, what happened to me when I was a child doesn't matter, but it does. Because this thing shaped her. Of course, she was beautiful, had a modeling career in Hollywood and all that. Married twice. But despite the fame, because some of us feel like, oh, once you have money, money is very important. I believe in wealth. I believe that money is a tool that everybody must have in this generation. However, we must acknowledge, it is still this spirituality, we must acknowledge that this lady kind of rose to the heights. But how did she end? She was still battling with insecurities. She suffered from depression, anxiety, insomnia. The list is long. I was just I'm like, how? I don't know how I stumbled on this story. I thought I was going to share with us. And then later on, how did she die? In a bit to still try to cover up, put up a facade. And that's why don't be deceived by what you see on social media. Don't be under pressure. That somebody is smiling, people finish crying, and then come out and do a beautiful photo shoot. And you may not have all that. I'm not saying don't aspire for great heights, because I'm getting there. Because we need that in this generation. If not, the people that will shape the lives of our children are people that are not thinking straight. So, but as I was saying before, I tried to say that she, with all that fame and all that she had, all the influence, a popular figure, had a good modeling career in Hollywood and all that. I mean, she committed suicide. They said her this is questionable, but when I searched all the websites, they say she committed suicide. Or probable suicide at 36.
know the funny thing? When we're talking about influence, the people on the other side are very loud about what they do. In 2023, when they did Grammy Awards, this guy, Samson, I wanted to show, I downloaded the video that put us to show us. Glory to God. And this guy literally came. I'm telling you, you can rise without God, but you must have something else. If not, you become it's just like when two elephants are fighting. You hit the ground that suffers. You become a pawn. And then he came out, Grammy Awards. Imagine how people Grammy Awards is. They're giving awards and all that. And the performance he decided to do, he came out looking like a demon. Literally, I wish I could show. He came out literally looking like a demon. With two horns. I don't know what they put, everywhere was red. They put something that looked like a cage. And people were clawing. Human beings were clawing. And then you, with your Christianity, and I'm not saying you don't have to agree on the same thing as Christian. You may think, oh, this person is being too much. But at the baseline, you believe in God. So I'm talking to you. So you, as a Christian, you now sit down and say, no, I don't want to be too churchy. What do you mean by that? We've talked about social media. And influence is a battle of souls. It's not just about likes and shares. It's a battle for souls. It's a battle. There's something you're trying to communicate to people. And listen, let me tell you, even if you don't love, you feel like this God is not really your thing. And even if you say, like, okay, God, I don't really, this whole church thing is not, I love God, I pray in my heart, I believe in Jesus, and all that spooky things we say to look push and to look posh. But at the baseline, if you claim you really believe in God and you've tasted of it, you will understand that what Christianity gives us is real life. I'm not saying yes because you see it from the spiritual angle. Most people come out from the other side battling with depression, anxiety, and then you walk into a place where there is food for the soul. Do you hear of millionaires that abuse children? What are they looking for? But you can just sit down, maybe walk into a service, pray for a few minutes, and then you feel so much contented, you feel so much peace, you feel so much love. So I'm telling you that they are loud about what they believe in. You have to be loud about what you believe in. And even if you say, okay, it's not God I want to be talking about on my timeline, you still have to be loud about what it is you believe in. You still have to be loud about the impact you are making. Because the truth is, I think I'm running ahead of myself, but I'll just say this. It is not the truth that wins in our generation, it is the loudest voice. The voice that is loudest is what is followed. People don't think anymore. People don't think. People just sit down, read everything online, and then they take it. Which is why there's no way you that is claiming you want to make impact, that you now just sit down. So what is influence? I like to be very simple. Influence is the power to have an effect on people or things. Just an effect, any effect at all. It can be a good effect. If it's for your business, an effect to make them buy from you. If it's for you want to be able to reach out to people. And as I'm talking, I want to think beyond yourself. A life that is wrapped up in self is a very small life. So think beyond you, think beyond what you want, think about what you can do for the society. So what's the effect you want to have? Because we said that influence is the ability to have an effect on people or things. Now let's define popularity. Because I know the tool can be a bit, you say, oh, person is influential, person is popular. What is popularity? Simply, popularity is that many people know you. Influence is that many people trust you. Many people know you is different from many people trusting you. Influence is that your actions and inactions shape the life of other people. Let me give you an instance. How many of you know Bobrisky? Is he popular? How many people know Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie? How many people know worship him?
Yes, ma'am.
How many you can think of one random girl that her name is probably not known on social media? There's always maybe she will just post, maybe show her bubble, just do something, just you know, you can think of someone right now. That lady is probably not influencing anybody. Or she's influencing somebody, but she's influencing the person in a wrong direction. There are people that are just known, but their voice does not really command things to move. And I'm not saying, like I said, we have a lot of church people here, so I'm not going to say, I'm not saying command to move, I don't believe in prayer. I mean that you speak and people move in obedience to that. So influence is the ability to have an effect on people or things. So differentiated from popularity, popularity is that many people know you. Influence is that many people trust you. Popularity is that you have a broad reach. You are reaching a lot of people. Influence is the depth of reach you are having over that audience. I can be popular, but I don't really shape the lives of people. Or maybe people I'm shaping are just very small. People are just known as they just like survive and all that. But I can become so influential that if I come online, if I come on social media and I say, I believe in this person, I believe in what this person is doing, many people are moved to also believe in what the person is doing without even knowing the person's ability. That's influence. That's influence. In Nigeria today, popularity will get you followers. Once you blow up online, once you have one viral post, you blow up. You don't blow. That's how I'm to say. It will get you many followers. But influence will get you a seat at the right tables. Because people want to know what you have to say. How many people when they are doing things, maybe they are doing, not people are just quiet and they're trying to force them to talk, but they are having a crucial meeting and there's somebody that is not talking. People will be like, I think this person has something. I don't like, no, you have to say something.
Yeah.
That's because people trust in the wisdom that person is going to bring in that moment. So that's influence, differentiated from popularity. Now, but listen, don't make no mistake. I've explained popularity to you, but make no mistake. Popularity is required in this day and age. Popularity is required in this day and age to be able to reach people. People have to know you to buy into whatever it is you are selling. Because we are now in a generation, like I said before, where the loudest and the most seen leads the crowd. The one that is loud, even if she doesn't know what she's doing, the one that is the loud. Some of you, what lie is now? There was a time, there's this that is ready now. One doll baby that they're selling for hundreds of thousands. What? Even the name itself is not even so fine. But if you now carry it now, somebody post, how did that thing become popular? How is the company that is producing that thing making lots of millions of naira? Probably because one popular person, or a few popular persons just sat down. Maybe they met them, gave them small money, and then they carried it. They made it look like a symbol of class. It's posh. And so people begin to buy into it. So people are not buying Labubu or whatever it is. People are buying into a way of becoming classy. But how does Labubu make you classy? Really, you think that's what I'm saying. People are not thinking anymore. We're not following. That's what I'm saying. Once you are popular, you lead the crowd. The crowd doesn't think. And that's why you, as someone who wants to influence, must start to think. When you see trends, sit down and think. Where is it coming from? What is this trend pushing? Because if you are not thinking, you become part of the masses. That's the truth. How does Labubu, or whatever it's called, how does it make you more classy? And they're not selling like 5K. And this is an advice, don't be moved by trends. We're in a generation where everybody is speaking. If you go online, everybody is shaping people. And that's why your own digital pulpit that you have, you must utilize it judiciously. Because people absorb what they see. People absorb what you think that just when it did not enter. No. People are absorbing what they are seeing. I can tell if I look at you, if I work with you for like a few days, I can almost tell who you are listening to, or tell like primarily what you feed your mind with. Sometimes saying you don't like to read books. Anyway, let me not rush. Let me just take it slowly. Amen?
Amen.
Okay, don't worry. So now we've established that we're in a generation where the loudest and the most seen leads the crowd. But has it always been like this? No. It has not always been like this. If you check history, popularity was not always essential to being influential. Yes. There was a time when to be influential, all you needed was to have the ears of the right people. If you need to just be the PA or work in the government, and then you are speaking into the right ears of the people that are known, and then from there you are moving things, and people will know you for that. Like I said, don't keep making reference to of chapter. Let me use the Bible. Daniel was not any governor of any state. He was only an advisor. And because he had the ears of the king, he could make things happen in Babylon. So having the ears of the right people, there was a time in history where that was what was reigning. And that was when people wanted to, work in government. Now government people are not really a thing. Even till now, it's not like people cannot make moves or make big strides from having the ears. But you don't even need to stress to do that. Once you take up your phone, put your ring light, have 200 MB, you can say anything you want to say to over how many billion people online. There was a time when power was with it. You have to belong to an institution. At that time, the people there to, and that it was not that whole institution time that this whole professional course thing came about. Yeah, you have to have the professional course for right now. Right now, nobody really cares about a professional course. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. It's the truth. If you want to check the value that's placed on what you're doing, check how much you are paying people that are working in that career. I'm not saying people that own, that are working. So, but now, so then it was about strategic positioning. You just have to have the ears of the right people to be able to influence. But now, in this generation, visibility and volume precedes influence. How loud are you about what you believe in? And I'm going to make a statement that I'm going to dissect in a few minutes. So write it down. Whoever controls attention shapes perception. I will explain it. I know it's a lot of grammar. Whoever controls attention shapes perception. And whoever shapes perception influences culture. Don't worry, I'll break it down. Whoever controls attention shapes perception. And whoever shapes perception influences culture. What does that mean? I'll give it bit by bit. Whoever controls attention shapes perception. It means that the one who has your attention will decide how you see the world. You didn't think that dressing decently, okay, let me say this. You didn't think that there was a time when you felt like, why should I show my breast because I'm wearing clothes? But then you now watch one lady like that, that's half of the breast is dangling at you. And then, and she's looking beautiful, and you see how people are drooling all over her. And then somehow, because she has your attention, and she's somebody you follow on social media, she will shape how you see things. So the next time you're wearing something that is covered up, you feel like you are being a Jew guy. You feel like you're not part of the happening people. This can work both positively and what? Negatively. There's something that's going on now. People don't wear bra anymore. People don't wear bra anymore. I don't know that because bra is not expensive. Brothers, I'm sorry, but it's just the truth. How did it start? How did it become like a norm? Someone up there with popularity and influence came up a few times with something pointing down. After he did it long enough, made it look like it is classy. It's just nothing now. And the people started doing it. Remember, what I want to forget is that attention is the gateway to your mind. I can literally get you to do something you never do if I have your attention. If you are listening to me, if they can hold your thoughts, if they can hold your ears and your eyes, you can see them consistently, they can reprogram how you think. You can see it with your ears and your eyes consistently. Trust me, it is entering your mind. It's just a matter of time. So I've explained what whoever controls attention shapes perception. Now, the second part of the phrase, whoever shapes perception influences culture. Whoever shapes perception influences culture. What does that mean? Once someone can influence how you, remember I said anybody that has your attention can influence how you see the world. Now, whoever can influence how you see the world can shape how you do, can shape how you behave, can shape how your character is. Whoever can control how you see the world can shape how you behave. Let me give you an instance, because I like to talk like an example. How many people watch this movie, Love in Every Word? Okay, you might want to mention that most people are watching the Achalugo movie. Now, people started, if you notice, around that time, because like I said, if you must be the person influencing, you have to think. You don't just go with the flow. You have to sit down and think. Around that time, that movie was everywhere. Oh, Ojogu, please. And I think now probably you had a someone that wants to marry. That probably does not look like anything like an Ojogu. Just a look and say, and then you just come on, if I have any issue, your body don't prepare you. Ladies, now, you now come on, and maybe you now forgot to call you that day. You now say, that's how I don't know, I'm doing relationship, I don't know, I'm doing to other people. Because of something you watch, like the figment of someone's imagination. Literally. So whoever is controlling your attention can shape it can shape what you do. How do you start using Gen Z slangs? Like period. How do you get the point where I'm not saying it's bad, I'm saying it's not bad. But they don't want to do video, they're not like this. I'm not saying it's bad, I said it's not bad, it's okay. But I'm not saying how do you start doing it? Think. You saw someone that did it that looked like, this person is classy. They were zooming in, the person was like smiling, oh my God, oh Jesus. And now you want to have that same effect that person had on you or other people. So you get to do the same things they are doing. I can give instances upon instances. Natural hair. There was a time when nobody used to carry natural hair. But a few people came out, packaged it right, made it look like it was. They have always been the concept of hair. In fact, my mom did not relax my hair too. I'm only growing, but she relaxed my hair. It wasn't fancy or anything, but I mean, I think they do that if you relax it. They're going to hair. But I don't think it was a bit religious reasons. And so, but now people came out and packaged it and made it look desirable. They will now scowl it. They will make it inflate it. They will not zoom the picture. People are literally using psychology to make you behave in a certain way, and you are dumping it. You're dumping it. Like you're not even stopping to think. I'm not saying don't allow me to influence, which is why, because the truth is, we are all people, we are not gullible. We are all easily influenced, and that's why what you will do is not to stop yourself from being influenced. It's to curate what influences you. Make sure that what you are seeing is what you want to become. You can't change whether people you need to be. If it is for the fact that you see something for a long time and you need to behave like that, it's a given. But what you will now do is to make sure that what you start behaving like is something you really want to be. So now I've explained that one. Whoever shapes perception influences culture. And what culture is just, it's what is culture, it's people's way of life. So once I can get one person to do it, second person to do it, third person to do it, I'm going to influence culture. Some of you used to, let me just go and use that common. Some of you used to actually really serve God before. But someone came out and made it look like First of all, maybe you now saw some Christians that maybe don't have a level of understanding, and then they are behaving in certain ways, they are looking very unkept, and then you see someone else that presents a lie to you. This lady, she's just decked from head to toe. It's her bow straight, and she's looking so beautiful, and she's like, I don't do those church things. Her decking has nothing to do with whether she does church things or not. You begin to associate looking good to not being a part of any religious gathering. Is a man, I'm trying to, as I'm saying this now, so don't be analyzing your decisions. So when you get to see, you love like, so the next time you dress well, what will come to your mind to say is, oh, I don't need church things. Because to you, that was classy. But you don't know that you can have both. Because you can. So right now, social media, like we talked about, it has collapsed. It's not like it's TV anymore. Everybody is talking. Anything you want, you can find it. Like she has talked about algorithm. If you want frequency, you consistency, not depth of character. And there is, okay. Let me just go there and I'll explain. Now, we've been taught social media, but one thing I want you to, in this your pursuit of building a personal brand online, on being influential, please and please, make sure as you are, the more you are getting known, that you're not becoming fickle. What do I mean by that? That you, as you are building personal brand, building consistency and all that, that when people meet you offline, that what they see is what they really get. Because a lot of inauthentic people pushing lies. You borrow things, you borrow this, you borrow that, just to create something that does not exist. Algorithm does not favor depth of character. It only favors consistency. But in this generation where people don't know how to talk anymore, make sure that as we are rising there, as we are gathering the tower, she said, I don't know how many she has right now, but I'm sure she has over 25,000 followers. That lady has just seen her standing here. So, as you are rising, make sure you have the depth of character to be able to sustain that level you are getting to. If not, you will crash. You will crash. Because social media doesn't forgive. They don't forgive. So people follow who they see, not necessarily who they should. People follow who they consistently see, not necessarily who they should. So influencers become thought leaders, and there's something she was saying about authenticity. And people is frustrating out. Don't come and make it look like you're already a boss. It's okay to even share your little bits. I'm just adding that. It's okay to say, okay, that I'm just learning video editing, and this is what I learned today. That's also telling your journey. You don't have to come and make it look like you already know everything when you are just starting out. People also want to be part of your process. So if you are currently in a place, maybe you're learning something, you've not even read up to 5 relationship books. You don't read a relationship book that really is, I'm not a relationship counselor. Now, you don't need to come relationship counselor for you to give tips and advice on things you are learning. But don't come and present a lie to people. Because it's not common. It's not common. People now lie with their eyes open. They are looking at you and they are lying to you. Are we together? Are we together? Yes, ma'am. That's why we must rise with the right values, the depth of character, and out with the right tools to build influence. I said, this is why we must rise with the right values. Right values, depth of character. That people that start out well, but then the influence gets into their head. And armed with the right tools to build influence. So this statement again, I'm going to dissect it. If you can say it, you can fight it now. That is why we must rise with the right values, depth of character, and armed with the right tools to build influence. Let's talk about depth of character. Because in this generation, we don't longer talk about character. It's just all vibes and that's not how I am. Your truth, my truth. There's not like your truth, my truth. There's only one truth. Let's talk about depth of character. Influence is not about being seen. It's about being strong enough on the inside to stay standing when the spotlight is on you. Influence is not just about being seen. It's about being strong enough to stay standing. That you now have 20,000 people following you. But your head is not touching rock. But you know that if you just open the shelf a little more, one people will like the post. You get? And you want to keep your audience entertained. You started out properly, you're talking about your business, you had the right values, and then one person like that just came with one maybe LGBTQ agenda, gave you some money to post about them. And then the money shines in your eyes. And you don't previously believe in things. You're like, this is not right. And then they push and say, how much? Name your price. And then you just continue. And then after a while, you no longer have you are now fickle. You started out properly, but right now you've lost your essence. Depth of character. Do you have the depth of character to sustain the influence you are looking for? Do you have the depth of character to sustain the influence you are looking for? Because for instance, if you walk into a room that is dirty and the light is off, you know that it's dirty. But when the light comes on you, everybody can start the room is dirty. Everyone can start the room is dirty. If a roof is leaking and rain is not yet falling, and that rain, let's call that rain influence. Let's call it, this is the accolades, people are not looking up to you. It will be leaking, but nobody knows. But once the rain comes, people will need to see that this roof is actually what? Leaking. So parents now, we used to lie. You were lazy, but people could not see it because nobody knew you. But now you've come to lie about something on social media and you have lots of followers. And then later on, something comes out that it was not true. And now you are not trying to save your image. So depth of character. Do you have the depth of character to sustain the influence that you are looking for? Do you have the depth of character to sustain the influence that you are looking for? Because whatever height you are elevated to will expose the cracks that you have in you. Influence is an amplifier. It amplifies who you are. And that is why before you get there, start working on yourself. Start working on yourself. Don't just be waiting around. Start working on yourself. If you lack patience, influence will reveal it. If you struggle with envy, influence will reveal it. If you crave applause, you are addicted to the applause of men, influence will reveal it. Influence will reveal it. Depth of character means that you have integrity when no one is watching. That your offline and your online life are the same. Not that on online you have weeks of 500,000, but offline you don't even have any week at all. Because let me tell you, it's easy for someone to tell you the truth now. It's easy for you to come to the office and sit down or for your roommate to tell you, no, this thing you're doing is bad. But the higher you rise, the less people tell you the truth. It's something you must realize. The higher you rise, the less people will tell you the truth. So you have to now get, if you have not built some foundational basics in the beginning, the more you arrive, you just have a lot of OES members around that are saying what you want to hear. Not because they love you, but because they want to curry favor from you. And they want you to walk into destruction without saying nothing. And the higher you rise, the more you have the power to destroy others if undestroyed. If, for instance, I have 1,000 followers and somebody comes to me with a bleaching cream and says, no, this cream is to make you fair today. I know there's something in that cream that will burn those things. You saw it and you just come and advertise it. You have 1,000 followers. Many people will not be affected. But imagine if people now trust you. You have 100,000 followers. And because you posted that thing, that product that you know that is bad, that will harm people, will cause them pain. You now come out and when this lady, real worry pikin, she did her surgery for her weight. Brands were reaching out to her before she came out publicly to say she did surgery. To come and say she didn't have an interview. And people were reaching out to her to come and say that she used a particular supplement that they gave her. And that was what and if she had actually said it, because people were seeing the results she was getting, people would have continued to buy something that would not work. Why? Because she had the influence to push it. And people's lives will be destroyed all because of what? Of someone who has influence but has no depth of character. There are influential people nowadays. But what we are looking for are people that have influence but with the right values. With the right values. 3 areas you must pay attention to when it comes to this depth of character thing. 1. Integrity over image. Don't think about, I want to look in a certain way. How about your principles? We don't need more powerful people. We already have them. We need more powerful people who are principled people. There are men that have gotten into the skirts of a lot of ladies because they have risen to a point of influence. They have all, maybe they even trust them. They have a little money here and there. They splash it. I hope you know that money also gives you some level of influence. Because for some reason, you think that once you have money, you know what you're saying. But that's not always the truth. So integrity over image. Submission to process. It's okay to start small. Don't fake it. If you don't fake it, just never can not even see you and help you. People are supposed to help will not be able to see that you actually need help and help you. Submit to your process. Follow through. Don't skip it. Don't try to rush. I'm not saying don't become a millionaire at 28. That's beautiful. I love it. I want it for myself too. But in the meantime, don't try to rush the process. Don't try to now cut corners to get to where you want to go to. Because if you cut corners, you know what you're going to go and buy a car in this region of 700,000. The remaining money you're supposed to spend on that car, you spend manage. So submit to process. And that place that we as influential people must pay attention when it comes to depth of character is our words. It's what we say. You just open your mouth and you talk anyhow. It's not everything that is on the online space that you must comment on. Let your words carry weight. Even scripture says that a wise man, when he's quiet, he's regarded as a foolish man, when he's quiet, he's regarded as wise. It's not everything you comment on. It's not everything. So people were respecting you until they saw you say some very rubbish things online. And you've lost that regard and that respect. So we were honoring your word. Like a queen because you are wrong. And what that means is that you know that your word carries power. People listen to you. If you understand that, it's not everything you just. Especially if it's something you don't really understand. Now everybody wants to talk. Everybody has an opinion. Something is on gossip blog. You carry it, boom, on your status or on your Facebook page. You now add your voice to it. It's not everything you lend your voice to. So that when you even lend your voice to something, people will listen. People that anyhow, people don't really listen to them because that's how she's always found how she is. But when you keep quiet, when your words are you know the effect you want your words to give. You know how people want you know how people to see you. Then you know that it's not everything you will comment on. You that wants to impress people, you now go online. Of course, I believe positively. Then one get shaking bubble. Then you now go there and like the paper. I feel like we should begin to have friends that can call us to honor. Because I say, how? Are you mad? Is it by mistake that your like entered this post? I heard somebody said, if you're dating someone, check even what they are liking. Yes. Because you will see how they are reasoning. So your words. Let your words be seasoned with salt. Just because you saw it doesn't mean you should say it. Not because you know it doesn't mean you should say it. You should have the strength. You have to say no. Even if it's pushing, you say no. I'm not going to say this thing. Mouth discipline. Discipline your mouth. Discipline your mouth. discipline your mouth. Some of you, maybe you got an idea to do something that will be so, then it's not to start working on it. You now carry it on social media, and then next tomorrow someone is already doing it. You're not feeling bad. How are you feeling bad? Imagine if all the ideas that Elon Musk is getting, all the things he wants to do in future for his platforms, he now releases it online. Somebody has to copy it now. It's not everything you say. It's not everything you even show. Company culture, show behind the social. Companies don't, you don't know what makes Dangote sugar. They are trade secrets. Even secular organizations understand that, but we believe that we don't. God gives you an idea. You must start working on it. First thing that's your mind, let it go in your status. And you realize that sometimes when you talk about something, you can no longer execute it. Yes. Because there was a time I read on that. It's a psychological thing. There's a hormone that is released when you are working on something. So when you are not come to talk about it, that hormone is already, your brain is thinking that you've already done it. So there's no more drive. A hen, when it's laying eggs, it sits on that egg. It sits there, it brews on it, it incubates. Before you see that chicken with your 2 eyes, to that fully formed. Be wise. Have restraints. Be able to restrain yourself. Are we together? Are we together? Tell someone, learn mouth management. Learn to control your mouth. Now, the next point on this is you must be humble and teachable. Learn humility. A man that is humble can still be hurt. But a man is okay to say, oh, I don't know this thing. Humility and teachability. Humility and teachability. So let me quickly talk about how influence works. I started doing like a study on influence for like a few weeks leading up to this. And I realized that influence is subtle. It's subtle. It's not loud. Influence does not shout. It just suggests. It doesn't command you. It just asks you a question. Let me still use scripture. All the devil needed to get Eve to eat that apple was to ask her, did God really say? He didn't say, come on, we're going to eat that apple. In fact, when people come with that vigor, you tend to just pull back and say, why can't you do like that? Why tell me what to do? But when it comes as a simple suggestion, you begin to internalize it. As a question, you begin to internalize it. Because it's subtle, it starts small, so it breaks through your defenses. You're not immediately defensive. The first time that maybe you saw LGBTQ, all this stuff online, you were like, hey, how somebody be like this? And then they kept showing you. After a while, when you see it, it's almost now normal. It's now normal. So it plants a seed in you. It starts subtle. So you don't feel like it's them. You feel like, oh, it's your idea. You want your emotions. You make it feel like, hey, can you look at it from this angle? What do you not think is going to show you a new angle? Then what do you not begin to look like old fashioned to you? So you have strong conviction about something. And then you watch one well-produced video. You had one innocent conversation with somebody. You followed one page out of curiosity. Just a page. You want to understand both sides. Let me see it from their angle. I want to be open-minded. And slowly, little by little, what you now believe now feels great, now feels fake. You don't know what you believe anymore. The servant didn't go ask Eve. He just asked a question. So there are some conversations you should never enter. Don't say, let me just hear her angle. Don't even hear it. Don't even hear it. Not because you are weak, but because you are wise. Because there are some questions, there are some conversations that are meant to unseat truth in your heart. Like to remove the seed of truth. Not every argument is for you to read. Not every story is for you to hear. Not every question you should answer. You don't say, I'm not going to answer. Say it and stand by it. So it's probably just you see a trending TikTok video that now makes some things look normal. You see a viral video that now makes like, oh, why are you being like, why are you acting like this? You didn't think that, oh, you should not, what will I use? Like, give me an instance, one of those things that we do. You believe that, oh, a man that you are dating, you did not have a business sleeping with him. I'm not saying this to judge you, of course you know. But then you saw someone that made it look weird. They brought logical reasons why it makes sense. I mean, how would you go and enter a marriage that you don't know? You don't know how the person, what the person cannot perform. What have you asked? That was a thing. What if you now enter the marriage? And then the guy had accidents and he becomes impotent. What will happen? And what your testing, what has it led to? Don't be fooled by all these polishes people are saying these days. Don't be fooled. Guard your gates. Guard your gates. And I'll round up with this. Cartoons of difference. Stories. That should only mention storytelling. Stories. Because stories bypass the defenses of logic and pride. Long after, if I come in and I tell you a story of a girl that you probably don't remember anything I said, but that story, you remember it. So stories. And I think it will also aid you in social media management, as she has said. If you tell a story, people will remember you for that story. You can, maybe you believe in girl child, you believe that girls deserve education, quality education, or maybe this is something your purpose, want to reach out to ladies who have been maybe into prostitution before, you want to tell them that they can have a better life. Use stories. Instead of speaking all that English to them, paint a perfect picture. A perfect story. It can be your story. It can be something that you imagine. But if you don't imagine that, just imagine. Don't come and say it's your story. It's not your story. So stories. Most people abroad believe that Nigeria is just everybody is just giraffe. We're all not wearing clothes. We're just naked moving around because a narrative has been shipped to them. A narrative has been shipped to them. So stories. The next one is questions. I'm not going to spend time on this. I've already addressed it. Questions. Imagery. Research has shown that human brain processes images 60,000 times faster than text. So what you want to say, just one image. Paint a picture. If we come here, if maybe a few people, God forbid, but then there's a gunshot in Anambra, and then they now show the two shows in the social media. People are thinking that everybody in Anambra died because of that image. So in whatever area you want to build influences, paint a picture. Then media, we really spend time on that. A 15-year-old girl can sit down in a room, make one video, and millions of people are seeing it, and are beginning to behave in a certain way because of that video. You don't need to be old to do anything now. You don't need to wait till you graduate. Of course, there are times and seasons, but you don't need to wait till you graduate. Media is very powerful. Listen, people are being discipled daily, not even by churches anymore, but by content creators. So if you feel like you have something to say, if you feel like you have something your world needs, and you're not putting it out, how would they know? How would they know? And I'm going to wrap up with this. Be real. When she was talking about being authentic, I was so happy because I wanted to spend time on that. I'm not going to say it in a few minutes. Be real. Be real. Let who you are offline be who you are. As you are rising, as you are becoming better. Because we will all grow. We will all become better. As you are getting to those big highs, be real. Be real. Don't fake what is not. Why fake what can be true? Is it money? You will still make the money now. Be real. Some of you don't believe certain things, but because you see certain people doing it, you want to look woke. So you also put up and act like you believe it, but you don't. Be real. Be authentic. The story I will share with us, but I don't know if I have time to do that. But be real. Don't go and lie. Let's say maybe you are selling perfume. You have sold like 1,000 perfume. No, you have sold like 2 perfume. You now say you have sold like 1,000 people. Don't lie. Be authentic. In fact, in our generation, people like authenticity because it is easier for them to connect with you when you are authentic. Be authentic, be real. Stay true to yourself. My role model, she says that to thyself be true. To thyself be true. Be true to yourself. Do you really like this thing? Some people don't like certain things, but because their friends are doing it and they don't want to look out of place, they start doing it. Be authentic. If it's not working, say it's not working. People can help you. So when we're talking about influence, you must understand that you don't need just more popular people. You don't need just more people with hundreds of thousands of followers. You need more people that are grounded. More people that understand what they are. Because our children are coming. Our children, they are coming. And you don't want to give birth to a child and children are committing suicide now. Because they are seeing another child. See, it's like that. Be real, be authentic, stay true to yourself, build slowly but surely, build something that if light comes on it will not crash. Like if people come close, what they are seeing from afar is not even half of what there is. Real. So tell someone, I'm going to build influence starting from today. With the right values. With the right values. I'm not hearing you. With the right values. With the right values. With the right values. With depth of character. With depth of character. Together with tools of influence. Together with tools of influence.